I'm gonna go make a tea real quick. Who's calling me? Hold up. Hello?
Hello?
Hi, I just started my live on YouTube. Hello?
I wanted to tell you something, but it's kind of... Hello?
Oh yeah, don't say it on the live on YouTube.
Okay. No, it's good, but it is private, so...
Okay. But it's up, so... Okay. It all happened much quicker than I thought it would. I was like, oh no, I have to hurry, put the link up on Instagram. Oh no, it started recording. Oh no. So
it's okay.
It started. So there's a link on Instagram. Let me know if it works. Someone popped in and they went, oh, scary, and they left right away.
I can join. I'll join.
Okay, sounds good.
It's on. Wait, just send it to me. Where is it? Huh?
It's on Instagram because this is all very new to me. I feel very old trying to figure this out.
Okay. I'll be old too. So like, how do I find it? Okay. I go look now.
Okay. I was like, wow, I'm gonna seem really professional and then know exactly what I'm doing, but obviously that's not the case. I'm gonna sit this here for just a moment because I actually started this a little sooner than I wanted to, but that's okay. I'm gonna go finish making my tea. So watch my Linoblock for me, make sure no one takes it. And then I hope the next people that come in are just confused that there's just like an empty space. But I gotta go make my tea because that's important. You need a fun drink while you're working on stuff, or else like, what's the point? So let me do that real quick. I actually have no clue how to interact or I don't know. Whatever. We'll figure it out as we go. That's fine. I'll be right back. I gotta make my drink. I gotta make my fun drink. It's just a tea. I have to show you this. 10 people. Jesus Christ, who are all these people? Hello, what are you doing on my phone? 31 people. What's going on? I'm scared. Okay. Well, hello everyone. I have no idea how to look at the chat. Anyway, I was gonna tell everyone that look, I have this tea and it's really good and it's my favorite tea that I found so far. Here. A strong and rich tea. Great taste. They're so correct. It is a great taste. All right, so I'm gonna let that steep, and then I'll show you what I'm working on. Be patient. We're hanging out. It's a marathon, not a sprint or whatever they say. Okay, I like my tea very dark, so we're gonna let that steep for 5 minutes or more. So, all right, so let me show you what I'm working on. So I'm doing a New Jersey inspired block print because I am from New Jersey and I am oddly proud of New Jersey and where I come from. Not oddly, New Jersey's pretty cool. So this is what it looks like. So it is the Jersey Devil at a gas station, maybe like kind of hating his job, but yeah, it says welcome to New Jersey. And then someone's trying to buy gas. So that is that. This is my Linoblock, so it's actually more space than I need. That's it. How big my Linoblock is, so I'm only using about like 2/3 of it. And what I typically do, because I'm a thrifty queen, I usually cut off like the excess and then use it for something else. So I will be doing that. I got this new knife set. because I did not bring mine with me. So this is just a new. It's very, very simple. It's like really, I almost thought this is the box it came in. I almost thought that there was like nothing inside of it because like it was so light I couldn't even feel it. But yeah, so there's your little guy, and then you put the plates on it, and then you just kind of gouge out the accents. So yeah, one of these knives are new to me. I've never seen this one before. He has a little curve to him. He's a little swaggy. Wow. Also, I believe lives have chats, and if anyone is talking to me, I don't know how to access it. I can't see it. So, I'm more or less talking to myself, I guess, and that's fine. So, we got how many knives? Oh, wait, I like this. It shows you the shapes that they make of the knives. They say, oh, you want a little line or a little smiley face or more like a V. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, I've never had this like curved one before. That's brand new. Cool. All right. I really, how do you see this? Can I see the chat? Is it like not allowed? I don't want to accidentally like stop it. Okay, now I'm just fucking with things. All right. Oh, maybe I can like see it on my iPad. But that makes no sense. Like, not everyone has multiple devices to check things. I promise I'm gonna get into it as soon as my tea's done. The tea has to be done. It's very, very important. YouTube, I guess. Can I watch myself be live? Can I watch me watching me? Oh my god. What? That's crazy. Oh, people are oh, hi. Oh, hello. T, oh, hi, Madison. T. Espanol. Not really. Un poco. Hablo un poco de español. Am I saying that right? Yeah, hablo un poco de español. I know very basic, very, very basic phrases. I've gotten really good at ordering out in Spanish and recognizing food items. So yes, I cannot carry a conversation in Spanish. If I'm in a situation where usually involving ordering food, but there's certain cues you see in real life and you're like, oh, you can just be like, okay, this person probably said this and I know that many words, so like this is what they probably said. So you just kind of piece it together. That is as good as my Spanish is. So compared to someone who knows zero, I know a decent amount, but compared to someone who actually knows a lot, I know nothing. So I am learning. I'm trying to think of that word right now. Aprender. I get that confused with ayuda for some reason, which means help. But I'm learning. Oh, my tea, yes, I'm waiting for it. And actually what I do with my block prints is that obviously I went over in pencil. I did the old school, like I don't have tracing paper, so like I made my own like tracing paper. Like I drew the image here, I scribbled on the back, I transferred onto the linoleum. So if you don't have transfer paper, that's the way you could do it for really, really cheap. Not that transfer paper is like that expensive, but ¿Dónde están los gatos? Where are the cats? They're in the bedroom. They're running around earlier. I guess I'll keep this right here so I can like kind of look at it in case anyone wants to speak to me. I forget what don't the crowns like don't you get little crowns in the chat if you just talk a lot? I think that's what that means. Okay. Oh, but yeah, with the block print. So I was saying, so usually, yeah, it's in pencil, and I'll go over again in pen to like really like know where my lines are. And sometimes I'm just like, whatever, and I'll just make up some stuff as I go because like it's not that serious. It's for funsies. You're fighting for dominance. That's really what it is. No, that is what it is, right? Because I've been on Dominic's, and I'm always like, I need to yap the most. I need to be number one. It's really important. I feel like the tea's almost done, so I'm gonna trace this a little bit. So this is all me learning. All right. Just go over this. Let me go over this again. La, 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 la. I promise I really don't chit chat the whole time I do stuff and I work. So. I can walk in when necessary. Walking in is not common for me, but it is something I can summon when necessary. See, and you go like that, and you go, oh wow, I can see it better. Whoa! I know what I'm doing. I know where I'm going. I can see clearly now that the lino block is less smudgy. Little circles, little circles. I do need to learn some Spanish words involving art. Just really basic things like paper, papel, and like pen, bolígrafo. It's not bolígrafo. There's another word for it that's a lot shorter. I gotta learn some art words because I'm going to an artist alley market in the city in 2 weeks. Yeah, it's not this. Oh, it's next. It's next weekend. Oh my god! So it's not this weekend. It's next weekend, and there's gonna be people selling their art, like a lot of anime stuff. And I just want to talk to them. I want to be able to like just be like, I like your art. We gusta, whatever, like. They have an Instagram and they're posting like, oh look, this person is gonna be here. This is some like a regular event. And they're like, this person's gonna have this stuff and bloop 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 bloop. I'm like, wow, so cool. I want to talk to the artists. So my Spanish got to level up in the next couple weeks or by next weekend. So I can have some of these basic conversations. I can do it, I think. That and like Google Translate on my side, I'm unstoppable. No one can stop me from making friends. So the thing too is all of these are backwards. That's a thing. Everything's backwards. So that's like a challenge. So yeah, see that. So you're like, oh my god, I can actually see it. Wow, I can see it. I can carve it. Whoa. I feel like the tea. I feel like the tea is almost ready. The tea is almost ready. I do have water. Okay. All right. Watch my Linoblock. IBRB. IBRB. What was with that weird info? There were like 30 people in here earlier. Maybe YouTube just like pushed it to like, hey, here's some keywords that you usually look up. A lot of people showed up and they're like, this is lame. And they just like left immediately. It was weird. It was very weird. Alright, cool. I'm gonna go make my tea. La la la. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm ready. Okay. It's crazy how I'm like, it's been 5 minutes and it's been almost 20 minutes. Wow, I'm seeing in real time how it takes me forever to get anything done. This is a very humbling experience. I don't know if I like it though. Anyway. You know when you make a cup of tea and it's like perfect? I think it has a lot to do with the temperature. I call it perfect temperature tea. Like tea really is like science. People are just like, you just put the whatever, the bag in the water and you put a milk and whatever. My show is on. But anyway, tea is a science. Tea, I think coffee people think tea people are snobby, but the real snobs are actually coffee people. Because like, oh, and another strong opinion I have about coffee, people who drink like Starbucks coffee, I'm like, you don't like coffee, actually, you just want dessert. Like, if your coffee has so much, like you're just putting so much, like you're putting whipped cream, like if you're putting whipped cream on your like that's a dessert. And it's just like if you're just doing everything you can, like, oh, it needs 10 caramel pumps and all this thing and sprinkles, it's just like that is a dessert. And you actually don't like coffee, you're just trying to cover the taste and the smell of coffee. Like maybe you like the smell, but you're trying to cover the taste so much that it's not coffee anymore. You've just made like a really sugary dessert. And I guess the same could be said about like tea, like, you know, you have milk and sugar in it, but like it's not the same. There's like 1,000 different coffee things, and there's only like with tea, it's like you want a hot tea, té con leche, you know, con azúcar, like it's that. Or it's like, okay, there's a chai and there's a matcha. That's kind of it. And then tea will be just like, oh, you want a double frappuccino with a fucking blah, 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 blah. Can I curse? I'm doing it anyway. And then a blah, like, girl, like, just it's fine. It's fine if you want dessert for breakfast, but like, stop gaslighting the rest of us. That was my hot coffee take. Anyway, back to this. Making I want to call them happy little trees, but they're certainly feeling a kind of way. If anyone feels victimized by my coffee take, that's cool. I'm here every Tuesday. Try the burger. Oh no, it's red mark. It's a red pen. Oh no, this is gonna get crazy. It's gonna smear everywhere. You're being entertained while you labor? Wait, what are you doing? Sorry, I'm like looking over here because the chat's over here because I don't know how to access it from my mobile phone because I'm fucking old. So if what are they what are the ones after Gen Z? How old are those ones? Those ones are like teenagers now, right? If one of those want to help me figure it out, like if you're like, why not? Gen Z's old now. It's just they're old news. Like the new ones, like they know what's up. So if any of those are around, tell me how to do it because I don't know. You said if you're old, I'm like you're only like a couple years older. Yesterday I was asked for the second time in my life, and it's happened pretty frequently because the last time was at J1Con if I was a vampire. Me and Dominic were hanging out with our new friends, I guess. We have new friends. And they did not ask me my age because they're gentlemen. But I offered it because we were talking about something that was pertaining to it. And I was like, oh yeah, blah blah blah. And they were like, what? Like, I thought you were 25. Like, are you a vampire? How do you do it? Can you show me how? Which, like, honestly, like the one guy, like the one I assumed, like, I'm like, this one's like closer to my age, and I was pretty much dead on. He's only like a year younger than me. And then the other one, I was like, that one's Dominic's age, and he's actually a little older than Dominic. But the one guy's like 41. I'm like, you look really good. Like he could be like 35, you know. But also he wasn't white, so maybe that helps. Oh, on the floor counting shirts. Honestly, like if you're able to listen to my dumb ass and also count shirts at the same time, that is indeed a skill. Okay. Honestly, like I really like doing just pretty basic like Linoblock. Like they really don't have to be anything fancy for me. This is definitely the most like busy one I've done so far. But even then, it's still really like there's really not that much going on. This linoleum is interesting too. So I got this from here. I really wish I brought my own linoleum. I'd so they're heavy. But I bought this here, and this one actually has like a tooth to it, which I'm not really used to because this is obviously you can't see it, but there's like a that might be like a nails on chalkboard sort of situation. Maybe I won't do that, but it's like has a texture like a skin to it, and the back is more like the back. I actually don't know which one's the front and the back, but this side feels what I'm used to. It's very like sleek here. You can kind of see it because it's shiny. And this side, it's not as shiny, has like that too. I just have a feeling that this is supposed to be the front. So when I actually go to press it, I'm curious if there's going to be like a little bit of like a texture there. So I was feeling kind of crazy. So I was like, oh, let's just try it. It's different. I could be wrong. It might not come out good. And, I mean, I can still see the ink getting on there. I don't think it'll be an issue. I was thinking about some of the events I'm doing, and I'm like, oh, only like a couple of them in the next couple months are actually in New Jersey, because I don't think anyone else, like in any other state, would be interested in me. Like, you know what I mean? I don't think they get the joke, or like it would really resonate with them. However, sometimes you go to other places, and there are people who are like, I live in New Jersey. An awful lot, actually. I think a lot of people have lived in New Jersey at some point. One time, where were we? Not Knoxville. We were in Knoxville, Tennessee, and I got talking. This one guy stopped by our table. It was mostly like Dominic stuff with like tattooing, and I did bring some jewelry, but like I wasn't. This was like before I even like started like doing this again, this stuff. So I wasn't like selling any art. But I got talking to this guy, and then I somehow we put it together. He was like, "Oh, like I'm from New Jersey," and blah blah blah. And then we also went to the same college, like around the same time. I'm like, how do you figure? Like it was so weird. I'm like, how am I in? And this guy just lived there. I was like, how am I here for like a event, and we get to talking, and then we just happen to go to the same. And it wasn't like it was a community college. And also the thing about the community college too, like also like I was going to a community college that I was not even a part of that community. I was like leaving my county to go into a different county to go to this community college. So I was like, how does that happen? It's a small world, y'all. That's what it's looking like. Oh, I was like, whoa, it's the right way. It's because the camera's flipped. I was like, oh god, I did it wrong. I saw that and I panicked. So that means that it's gonna print right. So that's good. Yeah, because from that's right too, right? Yeah, because from my perspective, it's like all backwards. But no, that's kind of cool. Actually, I can see. Welcome to New Jersey. Yeah. So when you do prints, I've also done them the wrong way before, because I was like drawing. If you're drawing directly on just the lino and just going with it, and then it's kind of hard to draw things words backwards sometimes and not get confused. But yeah, so when you do linoleum, it gets reversed. So it's kind of like you gotta like switch it when you trace it, but then you gotta do like this. I mean, this one I didn't actually have to. Like this one I wrote it the right way, and then all I had to do was, do my little transfer thing on the back, and then it just turned up the wrong way. It's almost like sewing too. You gotta like sew everything the wrong way, so when you flip it inside out, it's the right way. So it is like that. Like I thought maybe I could take him, you can't really see him yet, the Jersey Devil, and like make everything else like black and just make him red, and like actually make him an outline so I can like color him in later. But I think something just about like black prints, like when they're all just like done against like on white, like it's just, I don't know, I just like how it looks. It feels like I'm like, oh, that's a block print, like, This is backwards right now, but I can check. How does that 20 look? 20, yes, 20 regular. I'm honestly kind of in no rush to like finish this super fast because unfortunately I don't actually have anything else to, like once I carve this I can't actually print them yet. So I have to get the supplies for that. I'm debating if I just want to get some stuff and then like just kind of eat it and whatever, just so I can have some prints. I mean, they really won't be doing anything. They'll just be hanging out here with me. Maybe I could show them to my new art friends I'm gonna make next week at the artist alley. Dude, this place is so cute. I think I'm gonna make a video on it, on just my little trip there. I've been there one time a year ago. It's like a building where they're always just asking for permission and people are just kind of like setting up their little artist alley tables, but it's like a building. It has like a little library in it. There's a bubble tea place, which is the reason why I went last year, because I was like, I gotta see what bubble tea is like in Uruguay. There's that. There was a place that had pretty good tacos, and there was like maybe also a burger place. So there's like maybe 2 or 3 other restaurants and like bathrooms, and then there was a second floor that went up, and it was like a bar area. So it was really cute. It's about like it's really close. It's a 30-minute walk, so that means it's like I think it's like a 7 or at most 9-minute drive. So it's like very close. But you wouldn't know if you just went, because we went to it and we're like, oh, where's the bubble tea place? And we walked in, we're like, oh, it's like a whole like thing. So that was very cool. Big fan of that. Okay, I'm almost done with the pen. Some of the Jersey Devil. You know what's crazy? I feel like a lot of people from New Jersey, maybe they're just the ones that are like North Jersey people. But even some South Jersey people, like some people like in New Jersey have never heard of the Jersey Devil, and I'm like, it's definitely South Jersey lore, 100% for sure. And I'm like, that's crazy. You never heard of him? And then like I went to a convention, and I think it was one of those situations where I think it was actually a NecoCon, so it was in Virginia, and I was talking to a guy, and he was from New Jersey, or he had family in New Jersey, and he was like, oh, this character is cool. He thought I made him up, and I was like, well, this design like is mine, like my version of the Jersey Devil, but this is like an actual like thing in South Jersey. He's like, what? And I was like, yeah, and I told him like the whole like the most common story of the Jersey Devil. I was like, yeah, this blah blah blah, and it goes like this, and boo 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 boo. He's like, oh wow, like I was telling him a lovely fairy tale. But yeah, according to him, he's never heard of it, and I thought that was kind of wackadoodle. It's like, how have you not heard? So of course, I did my duty and I educated him. Like I want to draw some like other cryptics sometimes, and I'm like, I can't help it. We have like the coolest one. I know everyone's jealous, but like I think I'm doing like okay, not getting it all over my hand. we've been watching like Love is Blind, like I hear it in the other room right now. And Love is Blind for those who do not know, Love is Blind is a reality TV show. I think any reality TV shows with like people airing out their relationship drama on TV is like diabolical. Like that's there's just something so evil about it, and I'm like, no offense to anyone watching that might have been involved in a reality show, which I think the probability of that is pretty low. But yeah, I think that's wild to do that, and then have some people have like some of their lowest moments, and it's like aired, and people around the nation and the world get to watch it, and I'm like, that's crazy. Ooh. Anyway, um, Love is Blind is about straight people. It's about a bunch of great straight people. They might have a gay version, actually. I don't know. But I think it's typically people who are straight or at least want to marry someone of the opposite sex. And they just sit in these little rooms, and they work on lesbian time, which is like about 5 times faster than regular time. Really quickly because they're like together for like a week, and they're like, I love her, I'm moving in with her, we're getting a dog, you know. It's like, oh yeah, you know. But these straight people are moving on lesbian time, and that's like real crazy for them. Like it's normal for the gays, for the straights, like that's wackadoodle. So they're doing that, and they're not seeing what these people look like, and then I don't know how long they like date, like they talk to each other in a room and they have dinners and stuff. I don't know how long that goes on. It makes it sound like at least a couple weeks, you know what I mean? So like things are moving really quick, and they have to make pretty quick decisions about who they want to like keep seeing, and eventually like they propose to them like when they still don't see them, and then they have a big reveal, and like, well, this is what you look like. And some people are like really shallow. Some people are really shallow, but they'll usually just like go along with it, and then it gets to a point where they can't, they have to like, oh, I can't lie anymore because like I'm really gonna marry this person. But usually, I haven't seen anyone that just straight up says no based on someone's appearance right away. Usually, it happens a little later. And we're watching the show, and I'm like, I can't. And I was telling Dominic, my partner, I'm like, you can't be showing me this show because like I see, like if you are a woman or someone who is woman looking or aligns with femininity in any way, you're just like, oh no, you just see like the side effects of like, I hate to be like the patriarchy, but like you see it, and just like how these men like deal with their interpersonal relationships, and just how like thoughtless they are because like they were just made that way. And you're just like, it'll just be like the women having these very thoughtful in-depth conversations about like the man that they like, and they're like, oh, I think this, and he's doing da, and it pans to the man, and they're just like not having the same conversations about the women. I'm just like, bro, like, so I'm like, I can't watch this show because it's just like, it makes me angry. It just makes me angry. We'll just say that. Anyway, I gotta just do this one little part, and then this part's done. So let me show you this. Also, I like to say, if any men are offended by anything that I ever say about men, then you are the man I'm talking about. You are the man I'm talking about. There it is. Like, would he have, in-depth conversations about a lady he likes? No, he's gay, so it's fine. It's a gay homeless man that lives in the woods. Because I say so. This is my OC. Alright, I'm gonna look at this chat again on the other screen because I still can't see it on here. Where'd it go? Okay, but anyway, this part is done, so I can start. Isn't he so cutie? With his lover Mothman, I know. Yeah. Because Dominic was like, before, he's like, oh, there's like this empty space here, like you should draw something else. I'm like, should I put Mothman there? And he's like, no, I think just like something like smaller. But we can think after this, or maybe Mothman's the one saying that. Maybe he's getting gas for his interdimensional vehicle, but he has wings. He can fly. You can walk, but sometimes you want to take the bus or take an Uber. You know, like sometimes he doesn't want to fly. That's my reasoning for that. Okay. 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 La, la, la. I told myself I was only gonna go for like an hour, but we're already like 41 minutes in. And I don't know how much I can get done in 41 minutes. Honestly, like I don't want to be like I'm a fast carver. Like, my designs are pretty simple, so they really don't take me that long. Like sometimes I'll do them and I'll feel myself going slower because I'm like, there's no way it's this simple. Like I'll overcomplicate it because I just can't believe that like I can get done anything fast in my life because that's never been the case. I can't be efficient. Also, I haven't used this before, so I'm a little confused. How do you go in like this? Oh, is it like, oh, it goes in the middle. Oh, look at this gang. It's like a little thing. Usually it goes on like, was I just been doing it wrong? The outer rim, there's like a little umbrella shaped thing. Stick it into it. Okay. Alright. I'm like kind of nervous to try something new, but like that's how you learn. Should I try this J knife thing? Actually, no, let me do that actually anyway because I'm gonna cut off the bottom of that. It's not just sitting there. Whoa, look at that guy. The hook me boy. Alright. And then I still have this nice little sliver that's like, it's at least like almost 5 inches. 4.5. Okay. Let me cut that. Oh, I hope I don't like ruin this cable. I didn't think about that. Ooh. I got cardboard or something. I'll just be really careful. Feels like a durable table. Alright. I actually show what I'm doing because that's like interesting, right? So is it like this way or this way? Oh, the actual knife's this way. Here. Oh, I see. Just go for it, I guess. Okay, that's more like 4 inches actually. Once I do that. Cool. I do all actually. I think. Oh, I could actually make 2 of them. I do want to make some more keychain designs. That's also what I'm debating. I'm like, oh, should I buy some fabric here and then ink, and then I can make like a. I don't have my sewing machine, but I can still make a shit ton of keychains, like at least the bases of them, and then build them later. But I do want to make like new keychains. I'm trying to think of a way to like, because I have such a small area to work with them, and how to like really simplify some of these shapes. I could do a Jersey Devil one. I would make them like a chibi. That could be cute. Or just make them look more like it's like a regular devil, but. I was debating, I'm like, oh, I guess I could do this live and then like keep the video up so people will watch it later if they want. And then it's literally my brother calling me. Alistair, I don't know if you're still in here. He literally calls me like as soon as I do, and he's like, oh, I have something to talk to you about. And I was like, oh, I'm on live on YouTube, so maybe not right now. And then I don't want people like be like, oh, cool, let's watch this person cry. And they're like, oh no, am I watching something private? Ah! Ah, look at that. Thrifty Queens. All right. See, I could reuse that. See if I cut that in half. Oh, ooh, baby. I got 2 different designs I could use for my keychains. Oh, and then I don't even know. And then I could cut a little bit off here, and then I could do a little thing there too. I wanted to make a little stamp that I could stamp like the corner of my prints with instead of like signing my name. I could just go boop boop boop. I think that could be really fun. Okay. La, 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 la. Pretty cool. So that is what we have left. I think it'll be pretty good. I think it'll be an interesting print size because I mean it's almost 8 inches wide. So I'm trying to think. I mean I can always decide that later. I might do a kind of like the idea of it being on a very square paper. Sometimes I feel bad because I feel like my prints are kind of like unconventional sizes and that makes them kind of annoying to like frame. Because my little prints with like my little characters on them, they're 5x8, which is not typical. Like 5x7 is like a normal, common print size, but I just wanted to make them a little taller. So yeah, I don't know what this one's gonna look like. Oof. Okay. All right, cool. So we use this little hooky guy. I used to do this thing where I would go in with like I've had a similar knife. It was just more like a point. So what I used to do is I would go over like everything, like every single line. I just went over with the pen. I would go over with like this kind of ish tool, go over everything, and then I would start going with the gouging knife, and it would make it like, because it was already cut out, it was almost like a guideline I could follow, so I wouldn't have to like be as delicate about it, and then I could lift around it, and it was a little easier to do it. But honestly, I've stopped doing that, and I kind of just go with the smallest gouging knife, and I'm just like, okay, like I don't know, I've gotten a little too confident with it, maybe. But I think I'm gonna do that now. I think it's a good idea. I can get this thing out. Sometimes these things get stuck. Like I can definitely tell this isn't like a very, very fancy one. This one's pretty like on the cheaper end, but that's okay. I want to get to the point where I'm doing the wood ones. I think the wood ones are super cool, and the tools that they use for the wood ones, I'm like, oh shit, it's like woodwork, but also like printmaking. Ah, that's really cool. Okay, so what do I want to do first? Sometimes I like to start with the easier thing. It makes it less scary. Ooh, oh my leg. Okay. I think I want to start with some of these trees, maybe. There you go. Some of these trees. And then another cool thing you can do, usually with a Sharpie, like while you're going, or even a pen or just something, you can kind of like scribble over what you've already, because it gets to a point where you're like, you can't really tell what you've carved and it gets like a little confusing. But if you go over with something to kind of mark it, you're like, oh, okay. It gives you an idea of like what the actual final print's gonna look like. So that helps. I'm just making this a little fatter so I don't have to think as much. I think it's interesting what people like gravitate towards in art, like what mediums they like to work with. I think it says a lot about like people's personalities. You're probably like, elaborate on that. And I'm like, no. Ooh, this is pretty tough. Oh, maybe this was just the wrong end to do it from. Ooh, that's really tough. Ooh, that's really hard. Wait, out of curiosity. No, that's just as tough. All right. I'm gonna like knock my tea over. Oh wow, yeah, that's definitely not like the extra soft ones at Hobby Lobby. And yes, I do buy some of my supplies at Hobby Lobby, even though, you know, they're pieces of shit. Is that kind of slander? I'm probably not affecting their sales by saying that. I feel like shopping at Hobby Lobby is like my one sin in this world when it comes to shopping habits. I used to not want to shop there, especially when I was like younger and actually like going to school for like art and like art supplies. Like for when you're like broke and like 21, art supplies are really expensive. And then not so much anymore, but Hobby Lobby used to be like pretty much the only store that had like the supplies I needed that weren't like online. And there was one like very close to where my school was. Because my teachers, so when you go to, I don't want to be like art school, I want a community college, but the teachers are very specific about the art supplies. Like, oh, you need watercolors, but you need this exact brand of watercolors. This is what we're using, and they do this specific thing, and you need to buy them. And they're always like the most expensive thing. So you're like, okay, I guess I'm going to buy the most expensive brand of watercolor. But also, in addition to it being expensive, it was also like not something that you could find at like another craft store, like Michael's or I guess Joann's before it went down. So it was really hard to find stuff. And it was always expensive. All right, this is definitely going to be more of a challenge than I thought because of how hard this is. I don't have an iron. That would make this easier. Okay, so I'm going to go back to my roots. I'm going to actually just cut out all these things. And I'll go back with the gouging knife because this is pretty hard. Oh man, I was spoiled. I was so spoiled. I didn't realize it. It was with those extra soft Linoblocks. Oh, yeah. No, it's not. It's not. Yeah, I don't have anything to heat it up with. I have like a heating pad. I guess I can like press it against it. I guess I could do that. It's not the hardest thing in the world. It's just harder than what I've gotten used to because again, I've gotten very spoiled when it comes to linoleum. But that's okay. That just means I have to be a little bit more like intentional with it. That's fine. It just means I have to use my brain. Speaking of like art teachers being really specific about like supplies, you need to use. I had this one teacher. I don't remember what the class was. We used to like look at art and be like, I don't know what the class was. We had like I can't think of a single assignment we did. I remember like looking at a screen and then we would like maybe it was an art like maybe we were criticizing it or critiquing art and like the intention behind it that artists were making. Like the only thing I really remember from it was one of the slides was like you know that I wish I knew what it was called, that dog, like a balloon dog. It was like a giant balloon dog, but it looked like it was made out of like aluminum or something, and it was a giant statue. I remember commenting on that. It was like something about like art theory or something. We really weren't doing a lot of art. That being said, we must have been doing some art because she wanted us to make these like portfolios out of like what is it called, like not like it's like that cardboard stuff. It's usually white and it's like styrofoamy. She wanted us to do that, but she specifically was like, you need to buy the specific styrofoam stuff. And I saw the styrofoam stuff all the time. It was at Michael's, it was at Joanne, like it was at Walmart, like Target. It was not that special, right? But she's like, you need to buy it specifically from Blick, which is another art store that's actually based in Philly, I believe. It's actually like a physical store, but they do have an online store and they ship and stuff, blah blah blah. But because the school was not in my like community, I drove an hour to go to the school. And it was relatively close. I guess it was still almost an hour from this school, and she really expected us to go drive to this store to get this specific cardboard styrofoam thing so we could like, she wanted us to get it and then cut it in half and then like, so it was almost like a giant book that we could put our stuff into. And I just remember thinking like, that's really stupid. And I respected this teacher, like I liked her. She was like quite young, she was hip, whatever. But I was like, that's really stupid. Like, because I was thinking of like, that's just regular styrofoam. It's not like we're just using it to put stuff in. And I'm like, why don't we just buy like, just, I think it was the dimensions. She wanted to do these specific dimensions, but I took the dimensions and I was like, I could just buy two separate things instead of actually cutting one large one to make two pieces, and it would be the same exact dimensions. So that's what I did, because I was really like, I don't want to drive. I drive an hour and a half to go to this Blick store, and I was like, I'm not driving an hour and a half to buy some styrofoam. Like, are you crazy? I'm 21 or 22. I got no money. I gotta go get my job. I got assignments to do. I don't got time to go to Blick. So that's what I did. I went to, well, I didn't do that. I didn't go to Blick, but I went to a Michael's or something, and I bought two styrofoam pieces, and I was like, I'm just gonna pretend like I cut these out, because like, why am I gonna go an hour and a half out of the way to buy this stuff? It's also more expensive. Like, yeah, I don't know. Madison, I know you're an art teacher, but like you were not college, which I feel like they're crazy. I feel like when you're like, you know, not in the college realm, it's just like, oh, like, you know, you're supplying the supplies, right? But for us, they were like, you gotta spend all this money. And it's like, we in community college for a reason, ma'am. Oh my god, my hands are gonna be, they're gonna be all red after this. It's really not that bad. Oh, Jeff Koons. Yeah, you can also print make with styrofoam. It's like a really good like beginner thing, because it's like cheap and also like it's just easier. I've thought about I mean, just for fun. I mean, obviously, I guess I would charge something mostly for like the supplies, because these things, like, you know, if you buy like 10 of them, yeah, it's pretty expensive. But I was like, oh, how fun would it be to have like a printmaking class? Because I'm definitely knowledgeable enough about it to teach someone to do something pretty simple. So all my stuff is, I mean, I'm not really doing anything crazy over here. I thought about it, and then I was also like, ooh. I mean, I don't know. I feel like if like teachers can trust like high schoolers not to like gouge their eyes out with like the knives, and it's like adults should be like fine, you would think. I will say, when I started getting back into this, like pretty much every single time I made anything, I would like cut myself. because I just constantly have band-aids on my fingers, and sometimes like I'm just gonna put a band-aid on my finger, so like maybe it'll stop the knife from getting me. But I've gotten better at it. Now I'm very mindful of where it's going and how close it is to my skin. So that obviously helps a great deal. And also I just kind of just take it slower because I think I was just trying to go a little too speed racer about it. Try the other guy again. Let's see if that did anything. Yeah, I think a class would be cool. I think it would be fun. Something that I'm so unsure of is that, like, when I took my class in college, because I just did a fine arts degree, so it wasn't like I didn't have a concentration. So I was just doing like a little bit of everything because that's what pretty much every single fine arts thing, right? So I did ceramics, I did printmaking, I did oil painting, acrylic painting. There might have been like a collage in there, I don't know, but pretty much charcoal, like life studies, like everything, right? Everything but marketing, right? Some of the actual important stuff that they just, if you have the skill level, you can be an artist and be successful. That's bullshit. Most of it is marketing. You could be like, you could be okay and very successful just because you know how to market yourself. Anyway, but they don't like to tell you that. Because then no one would go to art school. What was I saying though? About doing a bunch of different classes. Oh yeah. So it was like I guess a college level printmaking class, but I see so many people like printmaking on the internet, and I don't know how many people like come from like a learned environment, or how many people are just like learning by themselves, or do it like or doing it a really long time. But like when I was doing mine, my teacher specifically, because I've never seen anyone else do this, and I don't know if it's just a part of the process people just cut out because it's like really boring, or maybe it was just something about like the paper that we were using. But I still do this to this day with my prints, and it's half of the reason why it takes forever to do them sometimes. But our professor would have us wet the paper before we even printed on it. And so we would like get like a little bin or whatever, and we would cut our papers and like throw them all in there. And they would just soak they really didn't have to soak for that long. You know, they couldn't just be like up in and out, you know, had to sit there for like a minute at least, but you'd soak them and then you would let them dry, but not completely. They had to be like 90 to 95% dry, and then you could print on it. And then her explanation of it was that it like helped the fibers of the paper like expand, and then you would get a crisper print. Which I will say I've tried both ways, like just on a straight up dry paper that was never wet, or paper that I let it dry too long, and paper that is like mostly dry but still just the teeniest bit damp. Like it does make a difference in my eyes, because when it's just dry, the print's almost like sitting on top of it and it seems a little crispy crunchy. where if it's a little damp, it's almost like more in the paper. As weird as that sounds, like if that makes sense. But I don't ever see. Not that everyone's always printing on paper. A lot of people are like printing on like textiles and stuff. But yeah, online, I've never seen anyone else do that or even talk about it. So I'm like I don't know if that's just like a really like old school thing or like paper's different now because that was also like kind of a long time ago. And it's not really like a necessary step anymore. I still do it, so I don't know if I'm just wasting my time. I feel like it seems different, but I could also be making it up. But I don't know. That is just my experience. Okay, you wet the paper too. All right, I'm not crazy. I feel less crazy now. Just you saying that makes me feel like, okay, there was some validity in that. Yeah, maybe it's just something everyone does. They just don't mention it because it's just like known fact, or maybe people are gatekeeping. I don't know. I think next time I make a printmaking video, I'm gonna make like I'm gonna make a point to mention that. Just for like just to see what other people say. Be like, yeah, girl, that's what everyone does. Goofy, silly. So these trees are going to be a lot chunky than I thought, but I don't hate that. Like a good chunky tree. Oh no, I fucked up. It's okay. It's okay. So that's the thing with block printing too. With the simple slip of your hand, you can fuck up an entire print, but then you kind of just good at you get good at hiding it. You're like, oh no, but maybe this goes like this. Ha ha ha! It's supposed to be like that. You know, it's because I really don't have a grip here. It's not like a huge fuck up. My teacher also told me that too. She's like, oh yeah, just like, you know, while the ink's still wet, pretty much like just going with like a teeny little paintbrush. If there's like a splotch, you don't like just pop it on before the ink dries completely. No. I would say, I mean, I feel like some of my mess ups are pretty obvious on a lot of my prints, but you just go with it. Honestly, it wasn't a very deep gouge. Not like the other one, so it'll be barely noticeable. So it's a bit harder too because this line is so hard. It kind of makes you want to press harder, and then if you press too hard, whoopsie. I was going to carve something else that actually would have been a lot simpler than this, but I wasn't 100% happy with the design. I think I might mess with it a little bit more. Maybe I'll do that in the next couple days. Just hear my cup like banging around. Whoopsie. Look, I did one whole tree. Woo-hoo. Ooh. Bum, 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 bum. Oh no, my tea is cold. It's okay, I'll drink it anyway. I'll try one of these. One of these bigger knives. Shoot, we're already an hour in, and I think I might go for another like 15 more minutes. Cut it off in like an hour and a half. Oh my god. Do I need to smell my face? No, I mean, it wouldn't really matter if I did. Whoa, that is a, yes, a knife is certainly bigger. Whoa, that is a different experience for sure. Phew. Oh, I just learned a phrase in Spanish. It's like righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. Trying to remember it. It's because the word for left is weird. La derecha, the right. Oprimir. La derecha, oprime. Maybe it's oprime. La. I remember the word for left. It's like. Oh, I can't remember it. La derecha oprime la. The word for left in Spanish, which I'm forgetting. But the left. Libre. So the right oppresses, the left frees. Instead of righty tighty lefty loosey. Yeah, I gotta look up the word for left because I forget it. It's long. It's like I feel like it's like 4 or 5 syllables. I was learning it in Pimsleur, and the word for right and like straight ahead are like almost the same. It's like derecha, and then can't remember. And then left is just like a totally different word. I'm like, how did we go? Anyway, I usually say righty tighty lefty loosey, but as soon as I remember that phrase, especially when it comes to work and like jewelry, I'm gonna start saying la derecha oprime. La left, libre. And everyone's gonna be like, why does it always have to be political? And I'm gonna be like, shut the fuck up. I think it's really I know some artists are like afraid of like losing their like little fan bases or whatever. But I think it's like really lame when artists are like really have a platform and they don't like say shit about like shit. And I'm like, what's the point of you? Like, why are you even an artist? Like go into accounting, no offense to accounting. But like do something, go work for a corporation, like You're obviously this is not your field, Hunty. Ah. Oh my god. This table's so wobbly. Oh yes, that word. Oh, I'm gonna pronounce it wrong because I kept saying it, and Dominic had to keep correcting me. Is queer is quierda? Escuerda? I think, yeah. Yeah, so la derecha oprime la cuerda libra. Yeah. Libre. Thank you for the assist. Thank you, comrade. Yeah, I think it's East. So I remember thinking it sounded kind of like scared or scared. Izquierda. I think it's izquierda. I really don't. I know my like pronunciation on things is like not amazing, but when I say certain things, the locals are understanding me. So there is that. Sometimes I have to say it twice. How many more trees I can do? I'm kind of done like 2, maybe. See any more trees I can do in 10 minutes. Let's go, girls. Ooh, I'm trying to power through. I'm lying if I said this doesn't feel like a workout right now. These two. another tree down. So like 4 trees so far. Okay, okay, gotta see. Powering through. I'm just gonna try to get these like trees done. I think I'll be pretty happy with that. I'm sorry if that is annoying. Okay, one more tree. A little carving pile. So that's it so far. Well, didn't actually carve that much. Oof, I'm thinking about how much empty space there is. And oh, dash could be fun. It's actually usually the easy part, but actually I'm feeling a little crazy. I think I'm gonna do this part. Feeling a little crazy nutso. I have to go over the ink again, but that's okay. It's very satisfying when you pull like a long line. Just trying to do right now. Really into it. I'm gonna stop there. But ooh, come on, give a string. Oh, it actually fell apart because it's like the stuff's so like rough, but ooh. Very cool. Wow. All right. You know that part in Scott Pilgrim versus the World, like the live action movie. I think is it Young Neil? I can't remember like the part, but he just goes like, no wait, it's not Young Neil, it's actually Scott. The part when that one guy he's like shredding it down the rails on a skateboard, and Scott keeps going wow, and it keeps like flashing to the guy going super fast on a skateboard down the rails, and it goes back to Scott, and he goes, wow, ding, wow, and he just keeps saying wow. It probably happens like 3 times, and the last time it cuts him off. That's how I feel when I feel like I accomplished something. I'm like, wow. Oh god, my hair. Okay. 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 So these first couple trees I did were a little funky, but happier with these other ones. That's the thing too, like, you know, some stuff comes out funky and I think it just adds like a lot of charm to it. So this is what I have done so far. Not a lot, but I got out my trees and I kind of just did like the top part of the gas station with like the little ears and the horns. And yeah, I think I'll definitely have to go over this again because most of the ink's like on my hands. Yeah. Yeah, and then for reference, this is what I am. This is what I'm trying to do. I'm excited about it. I think it's gonna be fun. This is something I drew like maybe a year ago, or almost a year ago. And I just didn't feel, I felt like something about it just was not correct. So I just kind of let it sit there for a long time. But it's time for it now, I think. Ugh. All right. Oh, big stretch. Oy. All right, I think I am done for now. I think this was good. I feel like this. Oh, you finished counting! Yay! We both got something done. What an accomplishment! Oh, wow, wow. But this is good. I feel like this gives me a format. So I know how I want to format my next live. I think I'll wait like a day or so.